What's going on, everybody? This is Sabro54. I am right here at good old Cerebi, and I've got the Dark Phantasma Japanese mini set in front of me. I mean, it's been less than 10 days since Astral Radiance came out in English, and we're already reviewing upcoming stuff. But that's the reality, I guess, with the Pokemon TCG. So this set is gonna be more of like the previous two sets. It's gonna have, hisuian Pokemon. We got the Hisuian Electrode V right here, to go with Legends Arceus, I guess, until the Gen 9 game comes out, Scarlet Violet. But let me not digress. So let's start. We got Paras and Parasect here. Basic Pokemon doesn't do anything. You got Parasect, Stage 1. This guy has a I was going to say Pokepower ability. When you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. Both active Pokemon are poisoned and asleep. Okay, so it's going to be like some of the other stage ones that give you this sort of double status ailment when they evolve. Like Among Us, then there was the... God, I forgot his name. I used to use him with Ninetales. Salazzle, that's right. Salazzle, this guy is going to give poison and sleep, but if you're going to put your active Pokemon to sleep too, your own Pokemon, then it wouldn't be able to work with those cards. I mean, at this point, in Expanded, we have more than enough of those Pokemon that give you that dual effect. I remember, I think another card must have come out, like a new Among Us that does double status, or Weepinbell actually, I think. So anyway, so this card isn't gonna do anything. I mean, it's not a good card. Then we got Hisuian Electrode V. Okay, so from the Hisuian Voltorb, which we got in the previous set, this is a V though, so I guess, yeah, he's not going to evolve from a basic Pokemon. I'm just all over the place today. Anyway, so 210 HP, 1 retreat, standard fire weakness, Tantrum Blast. This attack does 100 damage for each special condition affecting this Pokemon. Okay, so I guess now we know why they made Parasect work the way it does. Thing is, though, if you're going to be asleep and poison, then you can attack if you remain asleep. So I guess what you probably going to want to do, we got this new like fire curry card item that burns you and heals 40 damage. So I guess if you use that, then this guy can do at least 100 for no energy. And then if you can inflict another different status on yourself, like, I think there must be some other Pokemon that just poison both Pokemon. Like, I don't know, Slowbro or something, or Slowking. I would have to check, but I'm pretty sure we do have some cards that have those effects. Then I guess if you can do dual status on this card, 200 damage for no energy at all. You got yourself a broken Pokemon. I mean, it's always been the thing where Pokemon that don't need energies to attack can be pretty broken if you use them right. Like if you can find a way to utilize the fact that they don't need energies to attack and then do crazy shit. It's basically you don't commit anything to do damage, so it's good. That's why the old Stormfront Gyarados was good. That's why even Hisuian Desarai, despite being a stage 2 Pokemon with so many limitations, I did put a little bit of work with it. But I got a lot of L's too. That's the reality with a stage 2. So this card, I think is pretty good. I mean, the Solar Shot attack, you're probably not going to bother with it. 120 for just 2. They always just like to do this. They just, yeah, here's a good attack and here's a pointless attack just for filler. I mean, if you're going to take advantage of this Pokemon, you're not going to care about Solar Shot in all probability. So find a way to do at least dual status, and then this guy can do like 200 for no energy. I mean, even if you do 100 for no energy, it's actually pretty strong. But I think you're going to want to build a deck around Tantrum Blast, not run any energies, and just have ways to give yourself double status so you can do this trick. Pretty good. So starting off with a strong V. Next up we got a Beautify line. You got this Warple, Gather the Swarm. Search your deck for any number of Warple, Silcoon, Cascoon, and put them into your hand. It costs 3 energies though, so I'm guessing they're going to try and do some gimmick. It's the only thing I can think of. Silcoon, Flip a coin if heads they can't attack or whatever. Still the damn low HP of 80. Like we're in the Dominant Pro era. I swear to God, you can just look at Suicune and Wurmples from like Dominant Pearl, the base Dominant Pearl set, because I remember they came in that set. Even like maybe in the Gen 3 era, you'll find them having like 80 HP and shit. Where like, how many damn years? Like 15 years almost up to this point, these regular ass Pokemon still have this crap HP. Crappy attacks, but HP is like the bigger problem. And we're in the format where you got V-Stars and V-Maxes and Tag Team GXs and all this crap. So I keep sounding like a broken record every time I make these set reviews, but I can't help myself. And then for Beautify, once again, look at this wonderful 130 HP. This was like the Dominant Pearl standard. Once again, 2007. How many damn years? Like 15 years? Still 130 HP. Doesn't even have free retreat. So once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. So the point of this is that, okay, let's balance it out with this ability, but this is terrible. This is not good at all. Like, seriously, man, it's not that great. The barrel is a stage 1. You draw into F5. This is going to be a stage 2, much more difficult to get out. You're going to need like rare candies and shit to get this out. And just to draw an extra card is not worth it at all. I guess maybe some strategies might utilize this, but it's not that great. I mean, Mega Drain, useless attack. They just don't want these cards to be the meta. They just want them to, okay, here's a bone. Throw a bone at us. Like, they just throw a bone at us. Okay, here's something. And that's it. Just to pretend they're doing something. Okay, we got Cascoon and Dustox too. Same shit as Suicune with this guy. And then Dustox. This one just has attacks. 110 for 3. Once again, like we're in Diamond and Pearl, Black and White era. Terrible, not going to do anything. You would need to attack 3 times with this attack to get a KO on a V-Star. Meanwhile, you're going to be dying in one shot with 140 HP. I really hate them, man. I really just hate them. I mean, Pokemon TCG, I mean, is not as in a shit place as with Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel earlier, and I just want to fucking hit my head on the wall with the bullshit that exists because of the fucking cards they print. But I mean, Pokemon TCG, you know, even though it's not as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's still very shitty in the sense that all of the regular cards are just a waste of time. Just filler cards in order for them to print cards. Just a waste of space, waste of cards, waste of print. Why do you gotta make them suck? I don't get it. Why? As for Havoc Powder, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and confused. Put 8 damage counters for poison instead of 1 on that Pokemon during a Pokemon checkup. So, this is one of those, okay, poison and confusion. Just like the Overquill, I guess you're going to do additional damage counters. It's still not good enough. I guess you're going to do this for a DC or a Turbo DC energy. And since you don't do damage, it's going to bypass Turbo DC's negative effect, -20. The Pokemon is going to need to stay in the active position for the poison to matter, in the sense that you're going to do 160 damage through poison. And then I guess when you end, that's 240. So I guess that can be a bit strong. Once in a blue moon, if this happens, I guess. Your opponent's Pokemon is going to try and switch. They're not going to let you get this big plus. And I guess the confusion helps a little bit. But once again, it's just 140 HP. This ugly ass bug Pokemon is going to die in one shot. I mean, I don't give a shit when, you know, Dustox has shitty cards, because I hate Dustox, as I hate a lot of bug Pokemon. But the fact of the matter is, it's just another stage 2. That's shit. So anyway, maybe I guess Havoc Powder can do something. That's about it. But I mean, you got to think about, we got the Verdant Wind, Virizion too. So if this would ever become good, which it would never become good, then all the decks that run like special energies, like Aurora Energy or whatever the fuck, I mean, you're gonna have Verdant Virizion to check this card. So it's just not good anyway. Wasted enough time. We got Snover and Abomasnow. These guys have been getting a lot of cards recently, but they're not that good, unfortunately. Abomasnow is a Pokemon I really, really like from Diamond Pro. So this is a Water one, Water Snover. 80 and 60, whatever. And then for Abomasnow, let me guess. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was just going to have some sort of a big energy attack that's not even that good. So it's a 140 HP, stage 1, and it's going to do 160 damage. And then you do 30 damage to yourself. So essentially, if you just subtract the negative with the positive, you just balance it out. It's like you're doing 130 damage for 3 energy because you're hurting yourself too. I suppose hurting yourself isn't going to matter because you're always going to die in one shot anyway. So maybe it doesn't matter. But 160, I guess you can get 2 hit KOs on Pokemon. But how are you going to power up this card? How are you going to do that? Turn after turn, you're going to have to use something like Frostmoth, and if you're going to use that, you might as well use one of the billions of Water Vs that can do the same shit and better. So it's just another filler card as usual. Man, I can't even count how many of these filler Abomasnow cards we have so far. Like from the Sun and Moon era, it's just, anyway. We got a Fione with Sea Party. Search your deck for up to 3 basic water type Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. That's fine, but there's other Pokemon like Gossifleur that does this. Other Pokemon and expanded like the Dunsparce, which was a remake from an older EX Sandstorm Dunsparce. They don't see play too much. I mean, Gossifleur did see play in some decks. I guess you'd use that, but you'd use like Gossifleur instead of this, which is costless. It needs any energy to do this, and you could grab any Pokemon. It doesn't have to be water. So that's the point. I mean, I like the background underwater with all the like coral shit, rock going on underwater, but it's just outclassed. And yeah, people are just gonna use something like Snorlax in the active position if they want consistency, or Jirachi or Mew. There's other Pokemon that are going to give you effects through abilities and stuff. So it is what it is. We got Hisuian Basculin, another one. Okay, surprise attack. And then Hisuian Basculegion. Ghostly Ascend. 20 damage for each basic energy in your discard pile, then shovel those energies back into your deck. Kind of reminds me of a Kindra attack from Legends Awakened. I suppose if you have a lot of different basic energy cards, then you can potentially do a lot of damage. I mean, the 20 multiplier isn't so great. So, for example, if you shuffle in 10 basic energies, you're just doing 200. And even though this is costless, for all the trouble, it's not enough damage to really put a dent on V Pokemon. Like, you don't even get a 1-hit KO on a lot of regular Vs with 200 damage. I suppose if people figure out an engine to do dump a lot of Pokemon, then it could be something. I mean, in Expanded, there's that damn Zipstrika that is used with Volcarona. I guess there is engines and stuff like Volcarona to help you dump shit, Battle Compressor or whatever. But once again, you might as well use Volcarona, which does more damage. And has even more support with things like the fire card that lets you grab 4 fire energies from your deck and you discard 2. I forget the name right now. But you have more support for fire than water for this shit. So probably going to be another filler card. I guess the water shot, 70 for 1, it's supposed to synergize with this, and then you discard the energy, but it's too weak. Okay, we got a Pikachu and a Raichu. Oops. Okay, Pika Dash. If this Pokemon has an energy attached, it has no retreat cost. Cute Pikachu card. I think that's Pecha Berry is eating there. Or like a heart berry. I don't know what that is. Looks like a Pecha Berry. As far as I can see anyway. Nice. And as for Raichu, a Spark if you used your V-Star power. This attack does 220 for 3. That's not bad. Nice tech card, I guess. So a lot of different V-Star Pokemon. You gain the benefit if you use it early. Like Lilligant, I guess, where it's just consistency V-Star power. So I suppose if you, it doesn't matter if you use it early. You get it out of the way. Like even something like Arceus V-Star, you can do that. You don't have to, but you can use this effect and get 2 cards. And then this guy, you know, for 1 lightning and like a DC, turbo DC energy, or just the normal twin energy from Rebel Clash, then it does 220. I mean, that's pretty respectable. I mean, it's definitely much better than everything else we've seen so far from regular Pokemon. So, yeah. Anything that's weak to lightning is definitely going to die. And then the Thunder Shock attack, it's 30 for 1, and then flip a coin, paralysis of heads. I mean, I think it's an okay card. I mean, you probably can't make a deck around it. Maybe you could, but once again, it's going to die in 1 shot. You have to power it up every time. You know, attach a manual lightning energy and then DC. You're going to need some tricks, energy acceleration. Who knows? We got Magnus on V and Magnus on V-Star. I'm curious to see how that guy's going to look as a V-Star. Just like Level X. Good shit. Okay, so the Magnus on V, it kind of doesn't look like the Magnus on I know. I think it's too blue. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but I have no idea. Anyway, 210 HP, pull in magnetism, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, 40 damage to the new active Pokemon. And the ruling is with this sort of effect, if they don't have like a bench Pokemon, you can't do this attack, so it's not so great. But I guess it could be helpful to pull sometimes through an attack. And then the Splitting Beam, 90 damage for 3, and this attack does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Not bad, so 60 plus 90 is 150 total. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. The important thing is that it has a V-Star, and it looks okay, but yeah, not the greatest. It doesn't give me like those level X vibes like some other V-Stars do, like Shaman and Arceus. 270 HP though, that's solid, I guess. And then Magnet Grip. Search your deck for up to 2 item cards, reveal them, and then put them into your hand, and you do 182 while you do this. So this is pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. Respectable damage. Not a very difficult energy cost to meet. Once again, it's compatible with all of the double colorless energy rip-offs and stuff. And double item search, man. It's pretty freaking nasty. And then Electro Star. This is I think it's an attack. So yeah, this attack does 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So it's a 180 damage total snipe, double snipe. It has to be benched Pokemon though. So Manaphy's gonna fuck this up. It could have been better, to be honest. But I mean, I guess if they made it too broken, then it will make Whimsicott's one look even shittier. So I don't think this is that great of an attack. I mean, you consider of all the other broken ass V-Stars, V-Star powers and V-Star attacks, do you really want to waste your 1 V-Star effect on Electro Star? I mean, I guess maybe, if it's going to affect the game state a lot. But, I mean, come on, man. If you're going to snipe, like, this is a lightning Pokemon. I guess if you were going to use fluffy Dynamotor shit with this card, you want to slap, you can use Cramorant V. I know it's not going to be around forever. I guess unless the prints in the Champion Path set are going to count. I don't know how the rotation is going to work. But anyway, the point is, there's probably other options. There's even other like regular Pokemon snipers that are probably going to be better. So I just don't know, man. The fact that it's dual as well, it doesn't always work out best. You would probably want to do like 180. That would have been better maybe on one Pokemon. Anyway, that's Magnus Zone. At least the first attack is good. Then we got Rotom. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6 cards. Once again, I guess you could do this if you can't afford. You can't get the hollow Snorlax, but Snorlax is probably better. So that's Rotom. We got Clefairy and Clefable. Been getting a lot of view as well lately. We got Moonlight Party. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may attach 1 psychic energy from your deck to each of your bench Clefairy, then shuffle your deck. And then Wonderstorm, this attack does 20 more damage for each psychic energy attached to your Pokemon. So I think they're probably going to do some memory berry shit if they're going to give this card this effect. I don't know. And Clefable, Sprite Protection. Your opponent's Dragon Pokemon's attacks deal 30 less damage to your Pokemon. You can apply more than 1 Sprite Protection. Okay, so the Clefable doesn't really do much. I guess it can be a defense counter to Dragon Pokemon, but it's just way too specific of an effect. I understand that Dragon Pokemon are kind of broken now. How they should be, basically, not having a weakness. I guess their attacks a lot of the times are still shit, but they got double Dragon Energy and expanded. But I mean, this is a very situational effect. Like, it would have been much better if this card was immune to just Dragon Pokemon altogether or something. Then it would have been more useful. And then Moon Impact is a crap attack. We got a Gengar line. What's up, what's up? Curse Drop. Only 1 damage counter. 40 HP, what the fuck, man. I guess it has free retreat at least. Then we have Haunter. This guy has 1 retreat, 70 HP. Horrible, horrible HP. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. Yeah, surprise. And then Gengar. You got... Man, my man. Are you fucking serious? This dude has 120 HP. 1 fucking 20 HP. They're taking the piss. I mean, at this point, they're taking the piss. Let's see what the ability does. I don't give a fuck. Whatever the fuck ability it has. Like, even if it has an ability of grab a prize every turn, this HP is inexcusable. So once during your turn, you may put this card from your discard pile onto your bench. If you do, put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. That's it. So I guess you can revive him for free every time. And you put damage counters on this guy. And the attack Shrieking Circle, put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each of their bench Pokemon. What? On your opponent's... Okay, so depending on if the... Yeah, so if they have 5 bench Pokemon, you're just going to do 100 for 1 on the active. That's it. That's it. This is the attack it's going to do. So what the fuck is the point of me making like a stage 2 deck of this guy? Okay, he's going to revive every turn, but after 6 kills, your opponent wins anyway. So, yeah, you're going to use this guy 6 times. You max out at 100 damage. 100 fucking damage. My G. Yeah, you're not really going to do anything. The only use this card is going to get, which pisses me off because this is what all of the this is basically how regular Pokemon are used. They gotta be used as support. They can't be used as their own cards. So it doesn't say anywhere that you have to evolve into it first, so you just dump it in the discard pile and then you can revive it. It's just gonna be another one of those cards like Darkrai GX, like Giratina, and whatever the fuck other Pokemon we have. I guess Propagation Execute counts too, maybe. That you can just revive from the discard pile all the damn time. So you can use it with Charina V and expand it. I guess if you still want to do like the Mewtwo GX, Tag Team Mewtwo GX, Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir EX deck, you can do shit like that, and you get a regular Pokemon. That is the only use for this card. That's it. So it basically makes Ghastly and Haunter irrelevant. You're not ever going to run them, because all you gotta do is just discard this dude with Ultra Ball. And that's it. I mean, if it's gonna revive, you put 3 damage counters on it too. You basically have a 90 HP stage 2 Pokemon. It's always gonna be dying in one shot. And yeah, the ability is broken, but this is not the type of card we want. Just more support for other Pokemon. I mean, we want good regular Pokemon to be used as their own cards. I don't want any more fucking support Pokemon for the Vs and V-stars and shit. Anyway, whatever. Maybe somebody's gonna figure something out. I don't know what else to say. Okay. Mr. Mime. Trick Slap. Play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. If you win, ignore all effect and damage of attacks done to this Pokemon during your next turn. I guess that can be kind of funny. It's gonna make himself immune, but they can still play around that with boss's orders and shit. That's it. Right? Got Mischievous and another Mismagius. I mean, we just got one of these in like the previous set. Man, I don't really get it. Just, you might as well print, since we got like 1,000 Pokemon at this point, print some different cards, like try and give everybody a print. This Pokemon has full HP and is knocked out. Put 8 damage counters in the attacking Pokemon. That's not really that great. But I guess if you use it in a hidden switch deck, you use this as a decoy to do some extra damage, then it could be maybe okay. Creepy song. Put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, that's it. 90 HP. I guess it's going to be easy to kill it. But if it just has 1 damage counter, then they completely negate the effect. So if they use like a Frog, Inteleon, 2 damage counter drop on this card, then the ability is just, it doesn't exist. So yeah, I wish it was just, if it dies, you get the 8 damage counters. They didn't need to limit it again. But of course, it's what they always do. We got Radiant Gardevoir. This is going to be a fucking hot card. I think this is going to be a money card, if anything. So, Devotion Veil. Your Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon's V attacks. Oh! Now that's what the fuck we're talking about. So, this is actually a very good effect. I don't know if this... It just makes Hisuian... Not Hisuian. Yeah, the Radiant Hisuian Halucha. Or just Radiant Halucha, I think. There's no Hisuian Halucha. It makes him worthless because Pokemon VMAXs, they count as Pokemon Vs. I don't know, I guess if the ruling of this card is just going to be just regular Vs. But this is just going to negate, I think, on everybody, just minus 20. So that's pretty strong. It definitely is going to mean something. So maybe if I finally use this in the Torterra deck with 190 HP, if they put like a freaking, yeah, maybe finally Arceus vstar can't one-hit KO Torterra. Alleluia. I mean, it's sad that it's come to this, but yeah, maybe somehow, some way, Some regular Pokemon can become a little bit better now if they can take a hit, but I don't think so. It's gonna help everybody though, because everybody's using Pokemon Vs these days. It's a great ability, nothing else to add. I just think Hisuian, I'm saying Hisuian again. Radiant Halucha blocks like 30 damage from VMAXs. So this card kind of makes it pointless. I guess he blocks 30, Gardevoir blocks 20, but it's still just way too specific for Halucha. This is just much better, I think. Unless it's just only going to work with regular Vs, not V-stars and shit. Then it's not going to be that good. And then the psychic attack. This attack does 20 more damage for each psychic energy, for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they got like 3, that's 60 plus 70, that's 130. It's weak. This is actually weak, to be honest. So the attack is weak. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to need to take a sip of water. Okay, good card if the ruling is how it should be. It's going to block V-stars, V-maxes. Going to block all of those. Chimecho. Oh shit, what did we do? What the fuck did we do? Okay, so Chimecho. Dreamy Timber. Timbre, whatever that is. If your opponent attaches an energy to any Pokemon, if any Pokemon is now asleep, that's it. Not so great. Interesting background. And then we got the Hisuian, Zorua, and Zoroark. Dual card, collect. Nice. Sort of trees. Burnt trees, anyway. And then Hisuian Zoroark, Hex of Ruin. At the end of your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon will be knocked out. Wow. Okay, so this sort of effect, other cards have had it. A Jirachi card that I used to like, I used to do this. You discard the 2 metal energies and then next turn they die. Now, obviously your opponent can play around this. But this is a costless attack. So it's going to be easy to just throw it, use it when you can't do shit anyway. And then maybe you're going to get an easy KO, get like 2 prizes and shit if it's like a V-star or whatever. Or you force them to play around the shit. And yeah. I mean, it is costless, a costless attack, but this is stage 1, so you're going to have to commit some resources anyway. And then the bring back attack, bring back. Choose 1 card from your discard pile, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay, I guess it's better than grabbing any 2 cards, so thank God for that, because effects like these can be pretty nasty for control shit decks, stall decks. Okay, not bad. Not a bad card. And then we got a Pokemon that this is the first time I'm looking at this Pokemon, learning about it. I'm guessing it's some sort of new legendary or something from Legends Arceus. So, an Amorous V. A bunch of hard shit here. So, Divine Guardian. All Pokemon with any psychic energy aren't affected by the abilities of their opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Useful, strong ability. This can be handy. And then the Blossom Tail. Put up to 2 basic energies from your discard pile on your bench Pokemon in a way you like. So I'm guessing this is energy acceleration. It says put, but I guess this is like 100 for 3, and then you grab 2 basic energies, attach them anywhere. Okay. So this is probably something, I guess, psychic decks like Shadow Rider Calyx can just throw in. And it could be something. Why not? Or any other psychic deck. I can't really think of, okay, aren't affected by abilities of their opponent's Pokemon. So, okay. It's going to stop the frogs. That's one thing that I can think of. What else? I suppose it could affect It's gonna negate shit like Umbreon VMAX, Pulling. So there's a lot of stuff this effect can stop. I mean, it's obviously a good effect. So Psychic Dex, you get a great support Pokemon. And it has a good attack too. Alright. Then we got another Arcanine. We just got another one from the previous set. I don't get what they're doing. Okay, so Insta Burn. And then for you, guard down. If you have no cards in hand, this attack does 160 for no energies. So there was a damn what the fuck was it called? Granbull. That's right. The stage 1 Granbull fairy that did similar shit. Did more damage, I think, or I think it did the same damage, but it needed an energy. You gotta be handless. It was used with like Urangurus and Cargos and shit, I think, and other cards like Great Ball and shit. That's it. I don't think it's gonna become a deck like that card, but I guess you never know. Maybe people liked it. And then we got a stage 2 Machamp. I can't even remember the last time I saw this, but I think, yeah, we did get a recent one and it wasn't good. We got this excellent looking clay Machop. Cool, really cool. I like it. 20 for 1, 2. And 70, just like the original base hit, like Machop. Good shit. So I like this card. And then we got Machoke. 100, 50 for 2, 30 for 1, whatever. And then Machamp. They gave it this low 150 HP. Thank you for still doing this stupid shit. And then the Crisis Muscle. If your opponent has 3 prizes left or fewer, this Pokemon gets plus 150 HP. So 300 HP. You know, you could have just given it some solid HP. Like it should have had stage 2 Pokemon, they should have 200 plus HP. Give it 280 HP. Or not 280, just 220 HP or something. 210 HP or whatever. And then give it another ability that can be handy. You don't need to do this shit. But of course, this is what they do. So, you gotta be losing a lot for this guy to get the extra HP. And then if they negate the ability, then you don't have anything. You just have a 150 HP stage 2. And that's it. So this is shitty. I suppose if it's gonna have 150 HP mid to late game, it can't be strong. But it all depends on the attack. We're going to find out if it's good. Okay, Moment of Truth. Strong Arm Lariat. You may have this attack deal 100 more damage. If you do, this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. So I guess you can do 200 for 2, and then you can attack. It's not the worst drawback in the world because we can just play around this with like Switch and shit. You're going to need to have another Machamp powered up to attack. I guess it could have been worse. So out of all the stage 2s that are just so bad in these times, this guy at least, he's okay to solid. I don't want to say tier 1 becomes meta, but just something maybe I can work with. I mean, if I can make other shittier stage 2s win a few times, then I can probably make this guy win more. We'll see. As a fighting Pokemon, the problem is always the energy acceleration. He needs 2 fighting energies to make this attack. I would have just rather it did like 90 or 80 damage for 1. But of course they're not going to give me that shit. Yeah. So that's Machamp. I suppose it could have been worse. We got another Sudowoodo. God damn. Just got one in the previous set once again. What the fuck? Joust before doing damage to this card. All Pokemon tools on your opponent's active Pokemon. And then impound the defending Pokemon. Can't retreat, whatever. Okay, time for a sip of water. I can't take this shit no more. Talking not stop isn't easy. 4 hours. What do we got next? Glideguard and Gliscor. Nothing much. Then Gliscor. Flip 4 coins, 50 damage for each heads. So you flip to 2 heads or more, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It needs 2 fighting, it's gonna die in 1 shot. I guess if you like flipping coins, use this with Victini. Maybe you can do something. Whatever. We got Gravitate V. Okay. Looks pretty nice. Rising Sword. This attack does 50 more damage for each prize card you've already taken. So you've already taken. So if you've taken 2 prizes at least, this attack is 120 for 2, which isn't so great. I guess you gotta take at least 3 for this attack to be semi-good. Buster Swing is 130 for 3. Not affected by resistance. This is not a good attack. So I guess it's clearly gonna be a win more Pokemon, like Aegis/VMAX. I mean, I guess something different than just being another revenge Pokemon like Double, or like Shaman or whatever, but you are going to need a bunch of prizes for this to be good. So, yeah. Tech Attacker in other decks. And then, if you are in a good position, then it's only going to get better. You can just use this to just completely finish off your opponent. I mean, if you've taken 4 prizes, it's 220, so that's something. Got a Crobat line. I think I'm going to be disappointed with you, but that's not a surprise. So 40 HP Zubat. Then we got a 70 HP Golbat. Emphasize on its big ass mouth here. Free retreat, but only 70 HP. And then as for Crobat, the consistent fucking 130 HP with free retreat that it has had for so many years now. The eras keep coming. The years keep passing. You're still stuck at 130 HP. Still fucking stuck at that fucking 130 HP. Crobat fucking Prime had 130 HP and free retreat in fucking 2010. I just can't help but lose my mind. I just cannot help but lose my mind. Why? Why do they make this card so weak? Why? You pull a holo, like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a holo card from a booster box. Bad ratios, you get a bunch of holos. You pull this card. Why do they want us to pull cards and pull useless cards, basically? Dude. Crobat Prime was in an era in 2010 with 130 HP where there was no competition of Pokemon with over 200 HP. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. What are they thinking? And what does it do? Okay, you do Poison Fang, 50 damage for 1 Darkness Energy, and then Insta Poison. Not gonna phase any V Pokemon. Once again, you would need to attack with this Pokemon like 4 times to get a KO. Damn it. And that's not even going on a V-Star. And then the critical bite attack. 3 colorless energies, so you can use triple acceleration and expand it. It does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and if any of your opponent's Pokemon was knocked out from this attack, take 2 more prize cards. How the fuck am I gonna knock out any Pokemon doing 30 damage with this shit? Once again, gimmick stuff. So you have to use a different Pokemon to do heavy damage, and then use Crobat to like do 30, and hopefully you finish something off to get 2 more prize cards. Horrible. Gimmick, situational, horrible card. Thank you. Thank you, Pokemon, once again, for giving us another horrible Crobat card. Markro and Honchkrow, search your deck for 2 Markro. Put them on your bench, whatever. Nice art. Honchkrow, triple draw 3. Shitty things as usual, and unusual wings. Shitty attack. I'm just not gonna waste any more time with these cards. We'll get Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. Put 2 or more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon between turns. Okay. So unlike what was it? It was a Krogunk, and then the evolution is Krogunk, and what was the evolution? Toxicroak, that's right. So it's like a Toxicroak, you don't have to evolve, I think. That's what that guy did. Whatever, good I guess in poison tactics. Maybe we can make like a wheezing ass deck or whatever, I don't know. So it's you. Poison jab attack, 90 and then poison, whatever. And then Spirit Tomb. Cursed message, when this Pokemon is knocked out by damage, search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. So like a very old Manaphy from Plasma Storm, I think. It's okay, but there's probably better support Pokemon to have in the active position now. More consistent. And then Wisp Chain. This attack does 60 more damage for each Spirit Tomb in your discard pile. So I guess maybe if you use it to attack, you have a deck around it, then I guess the ability can be handy. Because you're probably not going to miss it. You can only have 4 Spiritombs in your deck, so I guess if you have 3, then you use the active one to attack. That's 190 for 2. It's difficult to use shit as usual, but I guess the ability is okay. Then we got Krogunk and Toxicroak, speaking of which. These guys are getting another print. Man. I swear to God, they just want me to go crazy. I'm not even gonna yell. So this guy, everything is shit about it, of course. This is stage 1. The attack, dive, uppercut, if it is translated correctly, you do 120 damage, and then during your turn, this Pokemon takes 50 more damage. I think I'm just gonna have to make a compilation of the shittiest new Pokemon cards of all time or something. I'm not gonna know what to pick. They think this attack is acceptable in this day and age. Doing 120 for 2, which isn't gonna do anything, and then you hurt yourself for 50. I mean, once again, as I mentioned with Abomasnow, I think it was, this guy's gonna die in one shot anyway, so the self-damage doesn't even matter. But just the fact that they have this printed in, I just don't know what to think. I seriously, I can't believe it. Okay, then we got this Radiant Stelix. Gold Stelix Shiny. 170, and this is a basic. Attach up to 2 metal energies from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And then finishing rend. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you have 1 card left in your deck. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy card discarded this way. So kind of like Gyarados Gold Star, I think. I think he did something like that. So yeah, if you want to use this, I guess, to get a finishing KO, or I guess 1 KO, just be left with 1 card. You don't quite deck out. If you discard a bunch of energies, you're going to kill anything. You need to discard. If you discard 5, you do 210, which isn't that great. So I guess if you discard maybe 7 or 8, then you can just kill V-stars and shit. Not bad, I guess. In metal decks, maybe, I don't know. Depends on how many energies you run. I don't know. I like his HP, but I would have liked other attacks. Got another Bronzong, dude. So I don't know. I guess it's all the Pokemon that show up in Legends Arceus. I don't have a clue. So gravitational drop. This attack does 40 more damage for each card less in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Yeah, whatever. You might as well use Charina or Flygon that have an easier energy cost. Let's look at what Kudra does. Steel Shelter. Ignore all damage done to your opponent's Pokemon Vs. What? To your basic Pokemon that have any metal energy attached. So it's another sort of walling effect to your basic Pokemon that have any metal energies. So it's your basic Pokemon that have metal energies. So Hisuian Kudra isn't going to get this benefit. Attack is bad. HP isn't good. Whatever. I'm just going to bother thinking too much. We get a Hisuian Kudra V and a Kudra vstar too. Okay. They made it have this sad face. Okay. Toppling Goo, your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. Fucking hell. Okay, wait for the car. So yeah, your opponent switches the active Pokemon with the bench, but whatever. And Shell Rollout takes their less damage, whatever. And then the Hisuian vstar Kudra. So, Iron Rollout during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. I guess that can be okay because you do 200 for 3 too, so it's a significant block. And then Moisture Star, you may use this ability during your turn, heal all damage from this Pokemon. So combining with the attack and, you know, tanking and shit, and then all healing tactics. I think this is a good card actually, just another candidate for a good tank deck, good tank strategy. It's pretty good. I mean, you leave it on its own, you block 80 damage, it's unlikely your opponent is going to kill you. And then you use healing cards to keep it healthy. Pretty nice. No weakness to as a dragon Pokemon, so it's going to be superior to things like Stonejourner and Heatran as well. So I think this might be like the best candidate for a tank Pokemon right now, or when it comes out. Very good. Okay, we get another Snorlax. Chunky immunity. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage to this Pokemon. When you die in one shot, it probably doesn't matter, but I mean, whatever. And then hit like a log. 180 for 3. This Pokemon is now asleep. You flip 2 coins instead of 1 between turns. Even if the tails is asleep. But yeah, because I'm going to use this to just do 180, that's not even going to get a 1 hit KO. Whatever the fuck. Apom and Ambipom. I think these guys got prints too in like the previous set. I could be wrong though. So look at the top card of your opponent's deck, then return it to the top of the deck, then shuffle their deck. Whatever. I guess you just see what they're running. That's it. Goddamn. Ambipom, grab it, flip a coin until you get tails. For each head, search your deck for any card, and then put it into your hand. Kinda nasty, but I guess it's a stage 1 and you gotta flip coins. So I guess if you get a bunch of heads, you can search a bunch of cards. I mean, Marnie and shit can play around this, so I guess, yeah, it's not that good. Discard a card from your opponent's hand without looking. This is probably the attack that's gonna be better. If you want to make like a hand discard deck, as I explained in my Emerging Astral Radiance decks, I mean, you got Luxray V, now you got this guy, you got Hatterene, you got a bunch of other Pokemon that do this shit, so if you want to try it out, you can. And then we got Hisuian Zoroark V and V-Star. Okay, double or like quadruple prints, I guess, in this case, triple print. So Hollow Swap, you may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Costless and you do 30. Holy shit. So, okay, we might have something here because obviously hit and switch tactics have always been good. If you don't need to run energies, it just means you have more space to run like techs, disruption cards, consistency cards, so you basically got a deck. I mean, the damage isn't going to be too great, but I guess maybe depending on the build, I mean, this could be something. I mean, at the end of the day, probably I would have rather it just does more damage and then you use an energy, but maybe it's better this way. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And then Shadow Cyclone, move one energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay. It is a colorless Pokemon. I wonder why. I guess when it evolves, it's supposed to be like a ghost. Colorless Pokemon? No, it can't be. Colorless Pokemon are like just colorless now. It's not even dragon. There's no way this guy was a dragon anyway. It's like a ghost fire Pokemon, I think. Hisuian Zorog in the games. I don't know, but whatever. And then this dude looks rather nice, I'd say. Baneful Curse. This attack does 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Alright. You need some strategy shit, I guess, to hurt your own dudes. And then do a lot of damage potentially. And then Phantom Star. You may use this ability during your turn, discard your hand and draw 7 cards. So, a Juniper / Professor Research through an ability. Okay. We'll take it. I mean, Arceus is probably better, and I think Hisuian Decide is still better. But this is still good, I guess. And the attack, you have to build a specific deck around this attack. It's not going to be as easy to use as other cards. But, I mean, it's another V-Star. 270 HP is good. Colorless Pokemon. It'll be able to utilize Cheren and other cards. Who knows? I guess we'll see if they do if they have any cards to support it here. Like trainer cards that do this shit. Oh, of course. What the fuck? What the fuck this guy's gonna work with? You use this with the damn Gengar. That's what you do. Where are you? Yeah. Revive every turn. 3 damage counters. Holy shit. Is it for every damage counter or just your hurt dudes? No, it's just for every Pokemon that is hurt. So if you have 4 hurt Pokemon on your bench, or this guy being hurt, I guess, you can do like 200 damage, 250 damage. So I guess you want to get a bunch of Gengars, revive them, dump them, revive them, and then you got a deck. But the damage output still isn't the greatest, but it's going to be fast. That's the thing. You can just slap a DC or yeah, just turbo DC or whatever. Then you fucking revive. You dump the Gengars with Ultra Ball and you revive them with the effect. Holy shit, man. Okay, so scratch what I said about maybe being good. I think this card is going to be broken. It's going to be fast like Darkrai. Just another fast, simple to use, build it yourself deck. And are we towards the end? We're down to the trainers finally. So we got the Ark Phone. The fuck? It's like some Beast Wars shit. Anyway, look at the top card of your deck and then return it to the top of your... Look at the top card of your deck and return it to the top of the deck. You may swap a prize card with the top card of your deck. So it's basically like a freaking draw card, but it just gives you the option. You may swap a prize card for the top card of it. Oh no, so yeah, you don't draw a card. You just, if you have a useless card and you wanted to go to your prizes and get a prize card in the top of your deck. So okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to have some use in decks that can manipulate shit, manipulate the cards in your deck and look at the cards in your prizes and do shit like that. Whatever. We got the damage pump. Move up to 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, whatever. Automated Arm. The Pokemon this card is attached to can attack even if it's asleep or paralyzed. Okay, so I guess this is what the fuck you're gonna use with Hisuian Electrode. That's the effect. You basically use this, attach this to Electrode, and you use Parasect, and then you can do shit, whatever. What else? Box of Disaster. Okay. If the Pokemon V this card is attached to had full HP and is knocked out, put 8 damage counters in the attacking Pokemon. You don't want to have a Pokemon V that's going to die in one shot. I'm sorry, but maybe there's a combo strategy you can do with this shit. I don't know. Damn, I can't take it no more. We're almost done. We got Volo. Choose one of your benched Pokemon V. Discard the Pokemon and all cards attached to it. I guess it could have been worse than maybe getting the shit back in hand, but it's the heavy-duty recovery card in a way without recovery. I think it has to be a normal V. So, maybe. But I guess what you can do is get rid of the Crobat Vs you played or Luminions if you don't want any of those vulnerable Pokemon to give 2 prizes. You can get rid of them, but it's just too situational. Best thing you can do is just get rid of a Pokemon. Prevent your opponent from getting prizes or something. I think it has to be a V though. Keep scrolling down. We got Iscan. Draw 2 cards. If your active Pokemon is Hisuian, draw 2 more cards. Okay, so just like the tag team, like trainer dudes. He's for Hisuian shit, so I guess this is a good card in my Hisuian Decide deck. Arazu, I guess this is the fine bitch everybody likes from Legends Arceus. I mean, I guess she's based on like a predecessor of Mars from DP, so she's cool like that. That bitch. So set your deck for up to 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a rule box, put them into your hand. Nice effect, but I mean, a bit too specific. That don't have a rule box. Okay. At least they learned their lesson. With the rule box shit, they make sure to just have that sort of effect, so we're not going to have any problems with the future. Indeed, indeed. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's decks that you can really utilize this. I guess you can just, if you play a bunch of your Pokemon and then you play a bunch of your... I don't know. I mean, if you use Barrel, it could be something. It's just too specific shit, though. I mean, I don't know. Anyway. Misfortune Sisters. It's these bitches now. Why don't they get a card on their own? Okay, so this is an ancestor to Candace. An ancestor to, I don't know, or maybe she's a new character. And then this is an ancestor to... Oh, I forgot the name again. Saturn, I think. Or maybe it was another bitch. Anyway, look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. You may discard any number of item cards you find there. Your opponent shuffles the cards you didn't discard back in the deck. Deck out shit. Don't like it, but could have been worse. Lake Acuity. Original, apparently. So Pokemon with water or fighting energy attached to them to take 20 less damage from opponent's Pokemon attacks. Okay, decent stadium, I guess, for your water and fighting decks. And that's it. The rest of the stuff is like alternate art shit. Oh my god, am I glad this is over. I got tired too quickly today. I don't know, it's just been an hour, but probably wasn't a very good set review. Professional. I'm so out of breath. I feel like I'm gonna die. But this is the set, guys. We basically get some broken ass V stars and V Pokemon that you're gonna make decks around Electrode and where are you? Like the Hisuian Zoroark V star, and also Hisuian Kudra V star. I think it's actually a strong card. So you got these guys, and then everybody else is shit from the regular Pokemon. Maybe Machamp. You get some good support, and Amorous V is good. Gengar, I guess, to be used with Zoroark, and then you got Magnezone. It's okay, I guess, too. First attack is good. Regular Pokemon, though, besides Machamp and I guess Raichu, I think everything else is ass. Nothing else stands out. I mean, Gengar is going to be used for support. It's not his own Pokemon. So that's it. Yeah. Trainer cards not too great, I guess. I don't think this was anything really that stands out to me. Whatever. I guess Lake Acuity is a stadium. Arazu might be something. Iskine is a good supporter. This guy, I'm gonna give it to him. Volo, box of disaster. This is a gimmick card. Not really any consistency searcher that's good. That is just a supporter. That's it. Okay, because I'm basically gonna have a heart attack, I'm just gonna call this a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. This is another set, Japanese set. It's gonna come out, I don't know, I guess it's gonna be whatever then our next English set is gonna be. It's gonna be the first set to be paired with it. Or maybe it's gonna be a special set. I don't have a clue. I know about the Pokemon Go set and the Pokemon Go cards. I think that's gonna be its own thing. They're not gonna put any of these cards together with that. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. That's it. And Gardevoir, I guess the Radiant Pokemon too, some of them are good. So as with any set, you get a bunch of shit, but as always, the regular Pokemon are ass. So anyways, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends. Hope you guys enjoyed the set review, and I'll see you guys next time. What up?